Everybody, it's the Robbo the Writer podcast. We got the Great Prince playing us in. And Poetic Justice, we had 1999 playing, which is what the Eagles are thinking about today. On draft day, it's our draft special. They're thinking about 1999. The last time they were in this position and they had the number 2 overall pick. And we all know how that went.
The second pick, the Philadelphia Eagles select Donovan McNabb, quarterback, Syracuse University.
Yeah. At first, that didn't go so well. You heard the chorus of boos. But eventually, Donovan McNabb turned out to be a pretty great player. 5 NFC Championship game appearances, 4 straight at one point, and a Super Bowl appearance. So they're looking for at least that level of productivity. Maybe not that exact response from the fans when they select that number 2 pick. So right now, the Rams are on the clock officially. We're going to get that pick anytime now. And we're doing this live as the draft is going on. I'll give you any updates, any hot trades that happen during the broadcast. I'll let you know. Also, feel free to call in. Also, the chat line will be open up on Facebook. If anybody wants to chime in with any questions, any thoughts on the night's draft and what certain teams are doing, make sure to just hit me up. Hopefully we'll get some Eagles fans calling tonight. We'll get some Cowboys fans calling tonight. But we're going to see what's going on with the LA Rams and their first pick. That'll set the tone, let us know what is probable to happen with the Eagles' second overall pick. But while we're waiting for that, we'll also get into some NBA playoffs. Golden State Warriors are able to take care of business with a 30-point drubbing of the Houston Rockets, who look like they just gave up. I mean, the Houston Rockets are absolutely pathetic. What were they doing in the playoffs? I mean, for them to put up the effort they put in to make the playoffs, to give the exact opposite effort once they got there is absolutely ridiculous. The outcome might not have been different if the Jazz had made the playoffs, but I dare say the effort would have definitely been different. They did not care. They need to be ashamed of themselves. It was absolutely pathetic. In fact, they actually tried to put the beginning of the season and all their worries on Kevin McHale, and they fired Kevin McHale. It was an absolute atrocity. That wasn't going to work from the get-go. It wasn't the same team as last year. It didn't have the same feeling. And they showed it on the court throughout the season. They underachieved, and they got what was coming to them once they got to the playoffs. You seen it implode. Yeah, I'll guarantee you heard it here first. That will be the last game you see Dwight Howard play in the Houston Rockets uniform. Also, since we last talked, the Cavaliers took care of business with a 4-game sweep of the Detroit Pistons, but not without some controversy. Reggie Jackson went ballistic in the end of that Game 4, feeling he was fouled, a call he didn't get. Speaking of fouls that people didn't get, Dwayne Wade also lost his mind last night when he didn't get a foul call in the closing seconds of that game, in which the Charlotte Hornets, surprise, surprise, took a 3-2 lead in that series. So the officiating, questionable, if anything else, today in the NBA playoffs, but it is what it is. Also, a hot news this week, not only on the sports front, but on the entertainment front. People seem to lose their minds with that whole Beyonce Lemonade visual album. That was something else. I mean, that had the whole country buzzing, wanting to know what's going on, who's doing what to whom and why. Me personally, I don't really care. Not none of my business. But she definitely geared up the drama. She knows how to do that. It seems like every time she drops an album, she does something special. She gets the people going. So there's a cheers to Beyonce for that. I mean, not every day your wife drops a diss track on you. Looks like the Rams' time is winding down. As soon as they make that pick, as soon as Commissioner Goodell gets up to the podium, we'll send you live to that and see what the Rams are going to do with their number one pick. Once again, call in. Feel free to call in. If you're listening, that number is 267-650-3649. Let me know what you're thinking, where you think your team should go. If we get to your team tonight, let me know what you thought of your team's pick. As always, the Robbo the Writer podcast is being brought to you by Super2Sports.com, as well as WJMSradio.com. Ladies and gentlemen, the pick is in. We're going to go to the commission.
Component where they have a ground game that many other teams in the NFL does not. That can only go hand in hand with developing a first-year quarterback.
Oh, without a doubt. You don't want to put it all on his shoulders. You want to be able to hand that ball, run the play-action pass, and really kind of maybe shorten the game. You know, let it play to the strength of your defense. Play to the strength of playing field position. Let special teams carry their weight. You don't want to put it all on him. No one says that either one of these quarterbacks are the type that are transcended, that can put the whole organization on their back. And really, you're just hurting them by trying to do that in the first place.
Very tough. You know, you move a franchise, it's not so easy to then plug it in and do it. But it's interesting. Jeff Fisher was the coach of the Houston Oilers, who became the Tennessee Oilers, the Tennessee Tuxedos. And then he's been through this before, and here's the pick.
Rousing welcome for Commissioner Goodell.
With the first pick in the 2016 NFL Draft, the Los Angeles Rams select Jared Goff, quarterback, California.
And there you have it. As we've all probably thought, Jared Goff goes number one to St. Louis. He's expected to compete for that number one spot through training camp. He may be your week one starter in Los Angeles, and that in the Rams' new digs. Any Rams fans out there, feel free to hit me up on the Facebook chat line. Also, you can call in. We'll put you on. And let me know how you feel about Jared Goff being the next guy. I mean, I can't blame the Rams. You want to make a splash moving into a new town. Also, their quarterback situation, you can't really blame them. You're choosing between Nick Foles and Case Keenum. So it ain't exactly like you got a whole bunch of gold over there in Los Angeles. So Jared Goff became the first California quarterback to be picked number one since Steve Bartkowski back in 1975. And the last one to be picked since some guy in Green Bay back in 2005 who remembers sitting a long time in that green room. That would be Aaron Rodgers, the bad man. What this also means, ladies and gentlemen, is your Philadelphia Eagles are on the clock. We'll see if they are going to go with Carson Wentz. We've been hearing for about a week now that is going to probably be the pick, but we will see. The Eagles did a lot of moving and shaking to get this pick. They gave up their 8th overall pick, a 3rd rounder, and a 4th rounder. Also, next year's first round pick and 2018 second round pick. They also got some picks back. They got a fourth round pick, so they'll try to put that to work tonight. And a fourth round pick next year, so we'll see how that works out for them. But the Eagles are on the clock, ladies and gentlemen. And as soon as that pick is made and the commissioner steps up, we'll bring that to you. But in other news, once again, if we get back to the NBA playoffs, while we're still waiting for the Eagles to make that pick, the Spurs completed their sweep. They got theirs out of the way. I mean, in 4 just terrible games. I mean, I'd rather watch paint dry than to watch the Spurs and Grizzlies because it was just pathetic. I mean, the Grizzlies were outmatched, outmanned, out everything. They didn't have all their guys. Don't think it would have mattered anyway, but it was just sad. Also, the really big news, the Clippers are now man down ×2. They're missing Blake Griffin with a quad injury, who will be out for the remainder of the season, and Chris Paul with a broken hand, who's out indefinitely. Which to me means pretty much he's going for the rest of the season because there's no way that they get past Portland without those two guys. They lost Game 5 last night at home. They'll probably lose Game 6. That's where my bet's at. I believe they'll lose Game 6, and that'll be it for them. And now there's major thinking that is this when you break it up? Do you blow up this whole team and try to go a different direction with their third or fourth straight first or second round exit in the playoffs? They've yet to get to the Western Conference Finals. How much patience do you have if you're the Clippers and their front office? So we'll see what they do in the coming days and weeks. Assuming that they won't be around too much longer in the playoffs. Also, don't forget, later on today we'll have the top 5 for you. At top 5 that are alive. As always, and to go back into the Eagles, whose pick is in, their quarterback they believe was supposed to be their starting quarterback is Sam Bradford, who we don't know what he's thinking. I mean, he's asking for a trade. He wants to get out of there. I mean, I've heard that he walked in to the offices at the NovaCare Center talking to Jeffrey Lurie, Doug Peterson, and Howie Roseman like this.
I'll drill y'all. Stop playing with my name. I ain't gonna say it no more.
Whoa. Sam, calm down. I mean, he was irate. I mean, he went on and on and on.
Put
Just
some respect on my name. You understand me? When y'all saying my name, put some respect on it.
we got you, Sam. We make sure you got some respect on your name. I would think $35 million over 2 years, 22 this year would be enough respect on your name, but apparently that's not enough for Sam Bradford to be content with. He's got to know he's going to be around long term, which just isn't going to happen with light of this trade for this number 2 pick and what's assumed to be a quarterback that the Eagles are going to go for. Well, it's official, ladies and gentlemen. The number 2 pick, Carson Wentz, quarterback, North Dakota State.
Just hit a home run for the Bison with Carson Wentz being picked by the Philadelphia Eagles. Not many have gone this high. And look at the reaction at the party in his hometown in Bismarck, North Dakota. What a great scene. Last year, the second overall pick came from Honolulu. This year, coming from Bismarck, North Dakota. Football players come from all places. They're all shapes. They're all sizes. And so, if you're we still call it Division I AA. He's only the fifth to go in the first round from a non-quote FBS school. But how did it work out for Phil Simms? Won a Super Bowl. Ken O'Brien was better than you remember with the Jets from Cal Davis.
So that's it, Eagles fans. Let me know how you feel. It's official. Carson Wentz is your man. Carson Wentz is a Philadelphia Eagle. And you got to believe he got a way better ovation than the last time the Eagles picked somebody at number 2. So let me know how you feeling out there about this Carson Wentz pick. He's officially the pick. He's probably going to sit behind Sam Bradford. If Sam decides to stay, we don't know how that's going to work out. Management has said they have no thoughts whatsoever about trading Sam Bradford, but who knows? Carson Wentz, North Dakota State. Some questions just about the talent level of his competition, or whether or not they are up to par, and whether or not it's inflated how well he did winning 2 straight championships, 4 overall, while at the school in a row. But Carson Wentz is your new quarterback. How are you feeling about it? Let me know. Sam, you want to let me know how you feel about it, Sam Bradford?
I'll drill y'all. Stop playing with my name. I ain't gonna say it no more.
All right, Sam. We got it. We got it. Let's just hope the team the Eagles got this pick from, the Cleveland Browns, is not sitting at home going go, because they got a habit of giving away picks or not making the right picks and setting themselves back year after year. So we'll see what they do. Once again, those phone lines are open. Those Facebook chat lines are open. So We got Carson Wentz, the number 2 overall pick. San Diego's now on the clock. They need offensive line help. Looks like the presumed pick may be Tunsil out of Ole Miss, but you never know. There's also some other good offensive linemen out there, especially at the tackle position, so we'll see what they do. Once again, I'm coming to you live on Spreaker. It's the Robbo the Writer podcast. And we're talking football right now, the NFL Draft Special. First 2 picks are in. The Rams, as expected, selected Jared Goff out of Cal. And the Eagles, with the number 2 pick, have selected Carson Wentz out of North Dakota State. And the Cardinals are up next. Like we said, we'll bring you these picks as they come. And the Chargers pick is in. We're going to go live to the draft as soon as Commissioner Goodell takes the stage. Hello, you're on there.
Hey, what's up, man?
Hey, what's up? We got calling live. Marvin. He's a Cowboys man. We're not going to hold that against him. But what's your thoughts on the draft so far? And what do you think your Cowboys are going to do with that number 4 pick that's coming up soon?
Well,
coming up as we speak. What do you think they're going to do with that pick at 4?
well, I mean, the draft is going just like how everyone knew it was going to go right now. We knew that the Rams was going to get Goff. We knew that the Eagles was going to mess their pick up and pick Wentz. We knew this. I mean, it's up to the Chargers now to change everything. Yeah, please.
The Chargers have just changed things up. They went with Joey Bosa. They went defense.
Oh, my God. No, the Chargers picked up Joey Bosa.
Yes, man. Yeah.
Oh, my. Wow.
A lot of people thought they would go offensive line, probably Tunsil, but they went
No,
Bosa.
we
Look
go
like they're
next.
trying to strengthen up their defense. It hasn't been much in San Diego in a while.
I'm on the radio. Chill. My man, he do this web series and all this. But yeah, they definitely changed the game right now with this pick.
Right
I
now,
don't
the
know, man.
Dallas Cowboys are on the clock. Jerry Jones, what you gonna do? Let's see how the Cowboys, who are an accident waiting to happen, mess
If
their
it's not
pick up.
Ezekiel Elliott or Jalen Ramsey, then I'm upset. If it's not one of those two.
Yeah, those two are pretty good picks. You would think if Bosa wasn't on the board because they do need help at defensive line that they go either Ramsey or Elliott. We'll see in about 5 minutes or so what that pick is.
Right. Yeah, but the Eagles definitely messed up.
Where would you have went with that pick since you're so sure that the Eagles messed up by taking the quarterback?
They should have stayed at pick 8. Like, it was a miracle that they got that pick. They wasn't supposed to have a first round pick this year.
This is true.
Hey, they should have just stayed with the move they had, kept the picks, and added depth to their team instead of throwing everything away for this guy that's not proven. Like, nobody knows what he's going to do in the league. But that's with all these new guys.
This is true, and especially a quarterback coming from a 1AA school. The competition he faced really isn't what it's cracked up to be. He
Not at
didn't
all.
face anybody. His team has won the last 5 straight championships in 1AA. That can't be because he's that good, because he only started 2 seasons, but because the competition is just that bad. When you're that dominant, that has to speak to your competition. Not
Oh, that makes it even worse. That makes it even worse. I didn't even know that.
They are 5-time defending champs in 1AA right now. The North
So-
Dakota State team.
So you know that mean all that means is that the moment he tastes defeat, he's going to be jaded. He's done. That's it. Because he doesn't know how to lose. So once he starts losing on a losing team,
That usually doesn't bode well when you're not used to losing and all of a sudden you lose.
exactly. You discussing the Eagles' wins? Came from what division was it?
Division 1 AA.
Yeah, 1 AA. So his team won the what's the name for the last 5 consecutive years. Like once he gets a taste of NFL speed, he's not going to be running. He's going to be running for his life, but not running for a touchdown. Eagles got to build that line back up, man. Y'all people's getting old.
This is true. Jason Peters is getting up in years. They pushed Todd Harriman's out. The line was patchwork as it was last year. A main reason why they couldn't get the run going, besides that sabotage artist DeMarco Murray that you guys sent over.
That was perfect. That was perfect that we sent him over there. I love what he did in Philly.
I'm pretty sure he did.
But look, I said last year when he went to your team, he wasn't going to do nothing, and I'm right.
You said it. You did say it. You did say it. All eyes on Ezekiel Elliott right now.
I know.
He might be that pick at 4.
I'm excited either way. It don't matter. Either pick. It got to be Jalen Ramsey or Ezekiel Elliott. That's the only 2 choices that we can possibly pick right now.
I think you're right. It's between those 2. If it was anybody else, I would be surprised. And if it is anybody else, I think Jerry is once again outsmarting himself for no reason, right, and outthinking himself.
Yeah, Jack's knee is suspect. Like, you need your knee.
Yeah, they're talking about he may have to have that microfracture surgery, and I don't know many players who've come back from that. I mean, the list is long of players that have had that surgery and never been the same. Your Penny Hardaways, your Chris Webbers, the list goes on and on. And once you had that injury, it's never the same. You never move the same.
Not at all. Not at all.
So put your trust in that guy is going to be something else. He's going to slip. He may slip to the bottom of this first round, if that.
We will definitely see, though. We will see. If they pick who I think they're going to pick, I'm definitely driving to Philadelphia, and I'm going to shoot the place up. Let's go, Cowboys. I can't wait, Rob. I'm excited.
I'm glad you're excited. I'm excited for you. I want to see what they're going to do. I just want to see whether or not Jerry Jones listens to somebody else for a change. Get some football guys in the room instead of thinking he's the mayor, gov, president, and CEO of the world.
Right.
You got way too many hats down there in Big D.
I mean, he's commented on both Elliott and Ramsey so far as saying, like, if he had the choice, he would pick both of them. Like, but you can't do that. Jerry, you got to narrow your options down. You sound crazy, bro.
Yeah. I don't know. I think he's sweating. It's down to 45 seconds left on the clock, and the pick still isn't in for Dallas. I believe they would have went with Bosa had he been there.
I told you that the Chargers had the option to change the whole draft, and they literally just did it. What are they going to do? Offense or defense?
I'd go defense, especially that secondary. It was absolutely dreadful last season. The pick is in. Commissioner Goodell is on his way up to the stage. We'll see who the Dallas Cowboys pick at number 4.
Wait, is he? Yes, he is. Hey, the pick is in. Look, like, I mean, I would not be upset if they picked a running back. I just wouldn't be upset. I know we need defense, but I just wouldn't be upset if they picked offense. But Rob, I will say this: offense puts butts in seats. Please believe it. That's one of the most exciting parts.
It definitely does. And the offense is what had it been a little bit better, just a little bit better. They might have been able to do a little something and make a little run and win some of those games they lost without Tony Romo and without Des Bryant. with those two healthy, I mean, the offense is going right back to clicking on all cylinders, and you're hearing this from an Eagles fan.
Absolutely.
I believe today we'll be able to go back to clicking on all cylinders. I mean, this team won 12 games just 2 years ago. So,
Rob, it warms my heart for you to say that about my boys.
And here comes Roger Goodell.
Oh, wait, here we go. Here we go.
Here we go.
Who's it going to be? Yeah, we got the running back, baby.
Ezekiel Elliott, running back of Ohio State.
We got it. That's exactly what I wanted. Yeah. Yo, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. It's a wrap. Yo, it's a wrap.
Oh, we got a lot of jubilant Cowboys fans. We haven't seen them this hype over a running back pick since a guy named Emmett.
Yo. Oh, man.
I think Jerry Jones would be happy to pay those fines for him wearing his pads up around his abs.
Hey, we don't know that yet. As soon as he get here, I'm getting some different opinions from other individuals off of this.
Oh, okay.
I'm not. I told you, I'm not upset about picking a running back. He's an awesome running back. Well, he better run for 3,000. That's all. That's all. That was a waste of a pick. We have another Cowboys fan over here that is upset. I'm upset. That's what I'm talking about.
All right, Marv, we're going to let you go. You got some other callers to get in. I was glad talking to you. I'm glad you're happy with your pick.
Absolutely.
And we'll see what happens this season.
All right, man. Talk to you later.
All right. We also got Brandon Jones coming in on the chat line. He's saying the coach made the coach and the front office staff made the right pick with the Carson Wentz for the Eagles. I agree with him. I think that was the right pick, and I believe it's going to pay off dividends down the road. And we'll just have to wait and see what happens. But right now, it's about that time. That Top 5 Dead or Alive countdown brought to you by Shanks Cleaning Service. Make sure you guys go on Shanks Cleaning Service on Facebook, on Instagram, indoor, outdoor cleaning. They do it all, residential, business, Shanks Cleaning Service. Make sure you go check them out on Facebook, on Instagram, at Shanks Cleaning. Check them out for all your cleaning needs. But your Top 5 Dead or Alive, just in the feeling of rants after you heard me playing the clips. I said they were saying Bradford. We all know that was Birdman going on an epic rant. We think coaches have given some of the best rants there are. And tonight's Top 5 Dead or Alive are some epic coach rants. Number 5.
It's called being a professional.
Herm Edwards.
They're going to do that. They're going to be a pro. That's part of the deal. Everyone here is going to do that. Now, if they don't do that, then that's coaches, players, management, anybody. If they don't do that, then they need to go somewhere else. You whistling up? Or just make sure you're not. Because I can whistle up too now. When you ask a question like that, and I'm trying to give you a logical answer, that's unthinkable to me. That you have an opportunity in your lifetime to be a professional, that you think about quitting. So you don't quit it, and you don't quit in sports. You retire. You don't get to quit. It's not an option. See, someone told me that a long time ago. That ain't even an option. The person told me that, he ain't here anymore. He died. This is what's great about sports. This is what the greatest thing about sports is.
You play to win the game.
That's it. Tell him again, Coach.
Hello? You play to win the game. You don't play.
Herm going off there. You play to win the game. That's damn right. That's number 5. Number 4, Denny Green.
Picks against Gross, 22 fumbles. What do you see about the Bears? Would shut them down that way?
No, we just the Bears are what we thought they were. What we thought they were. We played them in preseason. Who the hell takes a third game in the preseason like it's bull? We played them in the third game. Everybody played 3 quarters. The Bears are who we thought they were. And that's why we took the damn field. Now, if you want to crown them, then crown their ass. But they are who we thought they were. And we let them off the hook.
Yes, they are who we thought they were. Denny Green is absolutely right. That was an epic rant from Denny Green. That was after the Cardinals had surrendered, a double-digit lead in the fourth quarter against the Bears team that would go on to make the Super Bowl, but lose to Peyton Manning. That year, a lot of people, myself included, knew that the Bears were suspect and were conveniently rewarded with teams not clicking on all cylinders and them taking advantage of turnovers. But that was number for Denny Green. We're going to go to number 3. Oklahoma State football coach.
I don't read it. This was brought to me by a mother of children. I think this is worth reading. Let me tell you why I want to talk about this article. 3/4 of this is inaccurate. Fiction. And this article embarrasses me to be involved with athletics tremendously. And that article had to have been written by a person that doesn't have a child and has never had a child that's had their heart broken and come home upset and had to deal with the child when he is upset and kick a person when he's down. Here's all that kid did. He goes to class. He's respectful to the media. He's respectful to the public. And he's a good kid. And he's not a professional athlete. And he doesn't deserve to be kicked when he's down. If you have a child someday, you'll understand how it feels. But you obviously don't have a child. I do. If your child goes down the street and somebody makes fun of him because he dropped a pass in a pickup game or says he's fat and he comes home crying to his mom,
Coach ain't playing.
someday you will. And when your child comes home, you'll understand. If you want to go after an athlete, one of my athletes, you go after one that doesn't do the right thing. You don't downgrade him because he does everything right and may not play as well on Saturday. And you let us make that decision. That's why I don't read the newspaper. Because it's garbage.
Why?
And the editor that let it come out is garbage.
What is he? Mm-hmm.
Attacking an amateur athlete for doing everything
Garbage.
right. And then you
Woo,
want to
that boy
write
ain't
articles
playing.
about guys that don't do things right and downgrade them, the ones that do make plays. Are you kidding me? Where are we at in society today? Come after me. I'm a man.
Why?
I'm 40.
I didn't know
I'm not a
that.
kid. That's something about me. Or our country.
Oklahoma State football coach going off after an article was published about quarterback change, and the reporter assuming the quarterback change was due to the quarterback's attitude and personality and nothing that had to do with what was on the field. So coach let him know what he thought about that. Number 2. And this was tough between 2 and 1. But number 2 is Jim Mora. We all know this rant.
Well, I'll start off by saying this. Do not blame that game on the defense, okay? I don't care who you play, whether it's a high school team, a junior college team, a college team, much less an NFL team. When you turn the ball over 5 times, 4 interceptions, 1 for a touchdown, 3 others in field position to set up touchdowns. You ain't gonna beat anybody I just talked about. Anybody. All right? And that was a disgraceful performance, in my opinion. We threw that game. We gave it away by doing that. We gave them the friggin' game. In my opinion, that sucked. You know, you can't turn the ball over 5 times like that. Holy crap. I don't know who the hell we think we are when we do something like that. Unbelievable. 5 turnovers. One of them, we've thrown 4 interceptions for touchdowns this year. That might be an NFL record. That's pitiful. I mean, it's absolutely pitiful to perform like that. Pitiful. What's that?
Coach, how do you feel about the playoffs?
Playoffs? Don't talk about playoffs. You kidding me? Playoffs? I just hope we can win a game. Another game.
That was Jim Mora. Playoffs. You know, playoffs. And we all remember that rant. I mean, playoffs? You can't even say that word without saying it in that voice. But last but not least, we're going to go to number 1. It has a special spot in my heart, being a Philly boy. One of the most epic, I'm not going to say it's a rant. Oh, it's a rant, but press conferences, news conferences you ever seen. I believe this word was used maybe 11 times. There may be an actual stat. I got to go to the stat boys on that one. But I believe he used the word 11 times. That word I'm talking about is practice. Allen Iverson, ladies and gentlemen. He's number 1 on the top 5 dead or alive countdown. Top 5 after game press conference rants that you ever heard.
Anybody tell you that I miss practice? If a coach say I miss practice and y'all hear it, then that's that. I mean, I might have missed 1 practice this year, but if somebody say he doesn't come to practice, it can be 1 practice out of all the practices this year. That's enough. If I can't practice, I can't practice, man. I'm hurt. I'm hurt. I mean, simple as that. It ain't about that. I mean, it's not about that at all. You know what I'm saying? I mean, but it's easy to talk about. It's easy to sum it up when you just talk about practice. We sitting here, I'm supposed to be the franchise player, and we're in here talking about practice. I mean, listen, we talking about practice. Not a game. Not a game.
Practice.
Not a game.
Not a game.
We talking about practice.
Practice. We talking about practice. Allen Iverson, that's got to be number 1. Like I said, it's coming up as officially 11 times he used the word practice during that press conference. And that is your top 5 dead or alive. Thank you, Jadakiss. Top 5 dead or alive, once again, brought to you by Shanks Cleaning Service. Yeah. Make sure you look them up on Instagram, Facebook, Shanks Cleaning Service. Yeah. Residential and home, residential and business cleaning. All you need, floors, even a little bit of moving service. Make sure you check them out, Shanks Cleaning Service. And that's going to be our show for the day. We've seen the top 5 picks in the draft go. Number 1 was Jared Goff as expected. Number 2, Carson Wentz. Number 3, Joey Bosa in a shock. Number 4, the Cowboys get Ezekiel Elliott. Number 5 was Jalen Ramsey, the Jaguars. Number 6, the Ravens are on the clock. We'll get you all that good news later on. But we're going to get out of here. We're going to leave you with some more prints to go out on. I've been your host, Robbo the Writer, a.k.a. Rob Whitney. I love you, as always. Be good. I'm going to get out of here. And we'll see you next week, every Thursday. You know how we do it. I love this song. That's what some of these execs would do. They would die for a starting quarterback.